You're doing what you want to do. Nobody can do it like Claressa. Come on, y'all, give her a round of applause.
It feels like Claressa Shields is finally snapping awake to the truth. After all the chaos, she's beginning to realize that life beyond her boxing grind isn't nearly as shiny as it once looked. She recently confessed that when she's not training or gearing up for a fight, things have turned bleak, miserable. Now she's noticing that nothing is aligning the way she thought it would. And how could it, after getting pulled into drama tied to someone else's man?
Third thing, I am so smart and so intelligent. Can't nobody try to get down on me or snake me or anything.
The internet has been humming nonstop, but nobody wanted to watch her crash and burn. People only hoped she'd wake up before someone stepped in and used her. The reality is, Claressa Shields has always been gifted and relentless, yet real evolution often arrives through bruising lessons. The crowd isn't attacking her. They're witnessing a young champion collide with truth head-on. Claressa Shields discovering that status and spotlight can't shield anyone from reckless decisions. She's still young, still searching for direction, and it feels like she's finally hearing what everyone has been warning her about all this time.
So y'all got to stop with that. I don't even like that narrative. I wish y'all would stop. It's like y'all just believe anything that anybody say.
Her boxing fans are standing behind her, praying she returns sharper, tougher, and smarter than before. The world lives for a comeback, and this chapter is igniting quickly now. Welcome back to the channel. Remember to like, share, and hit subscribe for constant updates. Massive thanks to every supporter worldwide. From the originals to the newcomers, the love is undeniable. This video is strictly entertainment and education, yet this saga runs deep tonight everywhere online. Everything here is alleged publicly, except parts that clearly aren't.
Hey y'all. I'm getting ready to go to this event with Papoose. This is my look for today. I'll be posting pictures in just a second. I want to get on here to tell y'all to be happy, to be confident, to be beautiful, to be nice, to be kind, to be ambitious, to be different, and don't let others discourage you from being who you really are. Love on yourself however you see fit. Know that when others are insulting you, it's because they feel that way about themselves. They are miserable. They need prayer. So instead of engaging back with negativity, just, block them and move on with your life.
The fair use breakdown is clearly listed in the description, so there's no mystery there. Now let's dive in. It's midweek energy, and while wishing everyone a safe, focused Wednesday, there's also a quiet warning to stay aware of who you keep close, because the wrong circle can pull you into chaos before you even realize what's happening. Now back to Claressa Shields, because the signs say she's finally waking up. The champion recently posted something that sent the internet into overdrive. In it, she admitted that life outside the boxing ring feels empty and miserable. Right now, training looks like the only place she can breathe. You can tell she's worn down by the tension and personal drama piling up around her, and it's starting to spill out publicly. But let's be honest, this situation didn't appear out of thin air. When you step into something involving another woman's husband, fallout is almost guaranteed. If the man were single, fine, nobody would blink. But when there's a 2-decade marriage involved and a child wishing their family could be whole again, that's how heartbreak turns into headlines. And now whispers are spreading that this may not even be the first time a story like this has followed her.
And I wasn't gonna do the hat, but I just was like, I put the hat on. And I said, "Oh, it's cold in the deep." That's the feeling they gave me, and I was like, "It's so cold in the deep. Why they always hating on me?" And I put on. I said, "Yeah, this is what I'm wearing today."
Allegedly, long before the current situation with Pap, there were rumors floating around that she had crossed lines with a former trainer, and the whispers claim he was married too. Nothing has been officially confirmed. But if even part of that is true, it points to a cycle Claressa Shields can't keep ignoring. If peace is the goal, she'll have to start moving differently and sever ties with any energy that feeds chaos. Real happiness doesn't grow in scandal. It grows through evolution. And right now, She's standing at a serious crossroads. There are far too many single men in the world for her to be tangled up in something this reckless. It's shocking to watch someone so dominant and accomplished get trapped in such a toxic situation. Linking herself to a man weighed down by attachments, unresolved history, and emotional baggage is a blueprint for disappointment. If a man genuinely wanted to build something solid, he wouldn't be sneaking calls, avoiding messages, or going silent the moment she's nearby. That's not mystery. That's a warning sign flashing in full 4K.
When the love is genuine, you can tell it's a different feel. Babyface was right on that song. She got that whip appeal. Stole her heart like a ball player. I be getting steals, and I pay for it in full. We don't split the bill. And I pay for it in full. We don't split the bill. This ain't that fake vibe that you used to. Nah, this shit is real. I'm so allergic to fake people, I need some Benadryl. She fight for the people. George Floyd, Emmett Till, Olympic winner, first female boxer to get a meal. February 22nd, they gonna say it's still. Buy your tickets now, support. We ain't giving deals. Hey, look, y'all, that's all I got to say.
All anyone ever wanted was for Claressa Shields to wake up and recognize what was really unfolding around her. No one is rooting for her downfall. People just want her to see her own value before the damage goes too far. She recently spoke about life inside training camp, describing how locked in, disciplined, and grounded she feels when boxing is the only thing in front of her. But the moment the glove come off, reality crashes in all at once. She admitted she's been angry and unsettled lately, saying that outside the ring, nothing feels aligned. That kind of transparency cuts deep, because it shows she's actively searching for where things started to unravel. Still, her words tell two different stories. While she claims she's moving forward and keeping things strictly professional with Pap, the background noise tells another tale. Subtle sounds, familiar voices, his name casually echoing like he never really left her space. So maybe she's waking up, but she hasn't fully stepped out yet. Growth isn't instant, but repeating the same patterns won't bring healing either. One thing is certain. Claressa Shields supporters are watching every move, rooting for her strength while hoping she finally escapes the chaos. And a big salute to Flint, her hometown, for never turning their backs on her.
Somebody said, why Pap?
Why not, Pap?
I mean, why not? He fine. He tall. He got good skin. He's seasoned. He's a little older than me. What? You want me to go into more detail? He's smart. He can rap. I love hearing his voice, the way he talks to me, when he whisper, or when he just talks to me, what? Come on now. Talking about some why Pap, why not Pap, and why not the GOAT, honey?
And when it comes to inspiration, she's been shifting lanes too. Just last night, her film The Fire Inside came up, and unexpectedly, it hit harder than people thought it would. It peeled back the surface and revealed that no matter how chaotic things get, Claressa Shields is still wired to fight. The film doesn't sugarcoat anything. It walks straight through her past, her scars, her setbacks, and every obstacle she had survived just to reach this point. As it unfolds, viewers begin to understand why she moves the way she does, why her energy can feel guarded, sharp, or intense. That isn't attitude. That's armor. For a long time, people claimed she missed out on endorsements because she was too loud, too bold, too unapologetic. That was the narrative floating around. Brands supposedly couldn't handle her personality. But after watching the film, that story starts to crack. The truth looks much deeper than that. From day one, she wasn't just outspoken. She was overlooked, ignored, passed over for opportunities she had already earned, long before any controversy ever entered the picture.
They playing my song? Claressa Shields.
This woman carried home gold medals, stood for her country on the world's biggest stages, and still never got her moment of recognition. That's the part that really cuts deep. This was never just about fame. It was about justice. Watching her grind while others, especially white athletes, were showered with sponsorships and headline deals was infuriating. Claressa Shields put in the work, yet her phone stayed silent, when it should have been ringing nonstop. Seeing her hold Olympic gold while surviving with almost no backing was painful to witness. She should have been praised, but instead she was sidelined, treated like an afterthought. No wonder she had to grow a thick shell. The world forced her to battle for respect at every turn. By the final moments of that film, frustration turns into pure admiration. People start to understand that her so-called attitude was forged by years of being overlooked and underestimated. The real question shifts to why she was denied what she so clearly earned. And no, it wasn't because she was too rough or too ghetto. That's her reality, her roots. She's from Flint. She climbed to the top and earned the right to speak freely. Could she smooth out her image if she wanted? Sure, but she shouldn't have to erase herself to be accepted. Claressa Shields earned every ounce of her shine, and it's long overdue that the world gives her the respect she's been fighting for all along.
I keep saying that Pap upstairs. And I don't know if that's insinuating that he's not upstairs, or that you guys think that I would just say that. I don't know. But truth of the matter being, he do be upstairs. Just like right now, he's in the room. So I don't know what y'all mean by that, but he'd be like, really, we got this thing together all the time. And sometimes when we're not together, he's handling business, which we all have business to handle. But I don't know, it's like, that's not something I find offensive. But let me know, hold on. Wait a minute now. Let me know if some of y'all are trying to be offensive when you say it, so I know how to respond, even in person. If you're doing it to try to be like, oh, like trying to be funny or trying to troll me, let me know. Let me know, because either way, it's cool. But just know that when you, especially for in person, if you say that and you're trying to be like funny, I'm definitely gonna put you in your place.
It seems like Claressa Shields might be borrowing a few style cues from Remy right now, but she needs to tread carefully. When she props her feet on tables during interviews or leans a little too casually, it sends signals that don't match her grind. Come on, Claressa, don't fumble now. She's fought too hard, come too far, to let small missteps dull her shine. This woman has survived battles most couldn't even imagine. Some people around her genuinely want to lift her up, no strings attached, while others are clearly leveraging her name for their own gain. She's seen both sides up close, and that's why her story resonates so strongly. And for anyone who hasn't watched The Fire Inside, it's a must-see. The film exposes her journey, her struggles, her victories, and the unbreakable fight that built her. Big love again to Flint. Her hometown always shows up for her, and that loyalty deserves recognition. Now, let's be honest. People from Flint have been sliding into the comments, saying things like, y'all just hating. But that's not it. This isn't hate. It's tough love. Fans genuinely want to see her succeed, but frustration grows when they watch her make moves that could block her blessings. Nobody wants to see her lose the empire she's built. And those old rumors about her being involved with taken men, true or not, Claressa has to stop putting herself in situations that drag her back into drama. If she wants real peace and power, she needs to move smarter and shed toxic energy. She doesn't have to pretend for anyone, not by sitting on someone's lap, not by acting like something she's not. She is Claressa Shields, the Gwut, and that alone is more than enough. Sure, her cousin once joked she has a few screws loose, but maybe that untamed streak is exactly what makes her unstoppable. She just has to channel it the right way. When Claressa locks in, nobody touches her. Maybe that explains some of her behavior. After everything she's endured, she sometimes acts out without realizing how it lands. But she really doesn't need half of the online theatrics. Posting about this is my real hair when it's clearly not, or trying to flex in ways that just annoy people for no reason.
And that's why I asked you, because every time I've asked you in the past, even when it hasn't been good between you, you've always said that. Like, I just hope he gets help. I hope he gets himself together.
Yeah, and Mike Tyson had to get sat down for 3 years for something that he did or didn't do, however it went. I think that sometimes it takes us to have to be held accountable, and maybe if he sit down for a year and really have to look within himself and find himself, maybe he can, become better, because he's a hell of a fighter.
She needs to tighten up and start moving smarter, because the whole world is watching her every step. Nobody's saying she can't be herself. Authenticity is powerful, but when you're navigating industry stacked against you, sometimes you have to play the game with strategy. Every movement matters. during interviews. She can't be kicking back with feet on tables or acting like she owns a room. She's already a champion, but a little refinement in presentation will make people take her seriously on a whole new level. This isn't about changing who she is. It's about sharpening how she shows up. Just a few adjustments could finally open the doors to those major brand endorsements. And if they still don't come, then it's clear the fault isn't hers. It's the system that's ignored her from day one. Claressa Shields has multiple world titles, Olympic gold, a legacy carved in brilliance. There's no reason she shouldn't get the same opportunities other athletes, especially the more marketable ones, get handed on a silver platter. If brands keep turning a blind eye, people need to speak up, demand answers, even call out or boycott the companies that refuse to show her respect. At this point, it's not just unfair, it's shameful. A world champion shouldn't have to beg for recognition. She's already earned 100 times over. And don't give me the old, boxing doesn't get endorsements excuse. That's nonsense. Plenty of boxers land deals, yet somehow Claressa gets overlooked every single time. They parade her around for entertainment, send her to the Olympics, highlight her victories, display her medals. But when it comes time to pay her or offer real opportunities, the line goes dead. That's not just unfair. That's foul.
Just back to me just having like another I'm just super irritable, and I'm not as responsible as I would like to be, and I just don't feel as close to God when I'm out of camp. I feel like things that should not bother me so much when I'm out of camp, so I enjoy camp.
And now it's starting to make sense why Claressa Shields signed that management deal with Papoose. The same deal everyone's been whispering about behind closed doors. Rumor has it she reached out to him to get her business and branding handled better. But if that's the case, why not go through Remy first? Since they already had a connection, she could have kept it clean and professional. Hey, Remy, can your husband help with some career moves? Instead, reports say she bypassed all that and went straight to him alone. And now, well, look at the chaos that followed. Word on the street is that what was supposed to be strictly business has blurred into something more personal. Whether she chased him or he chased her, the optics are disastrous either way. If he was already in a relationship, she should have steered clear. Then there's a look-alike chatter. People are noticing Claressa starting to mimic Remy's style. The hair, the outfits, the energy. It's giving serious Fatal Attraction vibes, and the internet can't stop talking about it. It's unnerving, especially when everyone assumed this was purely business. If you haven't seen Fatal Attraction, it's worth a watch. That's exactly the kind of tension the story is radiating. Claressa Shields may not fully see it yet, but this narrative is dangerously close to tipping into full-blown scandal. She needs to safeguard her image now, before it spirals into a mess she can't undo.
Boxing camps is where I belong. I feel like stuff that will bother me when I'm not training, don't bother. It's like nothing bothers me when I'm training. It's like the only thing I care about is boxing. It's not about boxing or selling my tickets or making a huge event, promoting my fight, getting faster, stronger, better, getting healthier. I just don't care.
That's exactly what's happening. Someone losing control, trying to snatch another person from their life, pretending everything will magically straighten out afterward. Life doesn't play out like that. But the good news? Claressa Shields finally seems to be waking up. The fog is lifting, and maybe she's starting to see the full picture. Let's not forget who we're talking about. Claressa Shields isn't just a headline. She's a living legend. She's a two-time Olympic gold medalist, 2012 London, 2016 Rio, making her the first American boxer, male or female, to ever secure back-to-back Olympic golds in the women's middleweight division. That's history written in real time. And she didn't stop there. Claressa is a multi-division professional world champion, holding all four major belts, the WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO, across 3 weight classes. That's why fans call her the GWAT, the greatest woman of all time. And she earned that title with blood, sweat, and relentless determination.
Right. So I don't really got nothing bad to say about him, you know what I'm saying? I really do wish him the best. And yeah, praying for him and his family and stuff.
So, think about it. How is a woman with that kind of legacy still grinding for endorsements? It's absurd. There's no reason she should be hustling harder than everyone else just to get recognition that should have been automatic. And that's a big part why she stays frustrated. It's not ego. It's exhaustion from constantly being ignored, undervalued, and overlooked. Claressa Shields has been through hell to reach this point. Growing up with nothing, clawing her way out of impossible circumstances, and then as a teenager, 16, 17 years old, carrying responsibilities most adults couldn't handle, taking care of her family, putting food on the table, managing siblings when her parents couldn't. That kind of weight changes you forever. No wonder she expects a little luxury now. She's earned it countless times over. When people show her love, she wants it meaningful because she never had that before. That hunger, that fire, it comes from years of survival. Even if she's made mistakes, nobody can deny the sheer grind it took for her to become the icon she is today. Claressa Shields' story runs deep. She wasn't just fighting in the ring. She was fighting to survive at home. The trauma didn't stop there. Reports say one of her mother's boyfriends crossed serious boundaries, leaving scars that don't just fade. So when people see Claressa act out, get emotional, and make bold moves, they need to understand she's navigating life built on real pain, betrayal, and survival. Everyone stumbles while growing. Some figure out faster than others. That doesn't make them bad. It makes them human. And Claressa's journey proves growth is a process, not an instant fix. Look around. How many people have friends or family still doing the same things they did 10 years ago, while others have completely reinvented their lives? That's what fans want to witness for her. Evolution, rise above chaos, and stepping fully into the peace and success she's earned. Claressa Shields isn't just a fighter. She's a survivor. And the world needs to give her what she's earned. Endorsements, respect, and opportunities. She's worked for every ounce of it. And it's time she finally gets her full shine. Now it's on the fans and supporters to keep pushing her name with love and accountability. Because when Claressa wins, it's a victory for every woman who's had to fight her way out of darkness. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more updates and real talk on Claressa Shields and the story shaping her legacy.